It's Friday the 13th of January, my weekend off work, all set up on Big Hayes at Todber Manor. My rods are in, Margot's are sorted, but she's not here yet. She's still working, she'll be here in an hour or so. There's a few fish moving on the lake, even though it was really cold this morning. It was -4 first thing, and there's a hard frost forecast again tonight. But hopeful for a few fish. We'll see if we can catch some carp tonight, and then tomorrow we might have to have a go at those pike. It's about 4:30, getting very cold, sun's setting. You can see how cold it is with the mist that's just coming off the water. Lots of small fish topping, 1 or 2 carp. It's going to be a cold old night tonight. Let's hope we get woken up lots by those slimy, smelly carpies. Well, it's just after 5 o'clock. And Christ, it's going to be a cold one tonight. It's cold now. Pretty. Sky's lovely. Video doesn't really do it justice, but very red sky. They forecast a hard frost tonight, and I think we're going to have one. So there. You don't catch any fish at all sitting at home on the settee watching telly. Well, it's morning. Got a little bit cold in the night. Proper frosty this morning. I don't know what the temperature went down to, but it's really, really hard here. A lot of people turned up already this morning, as you can see. Everything is very, very white. Oh, morning Albie. Just a bit chilly.
Well, we're at Big Hayes at Todber Manor. It's very cold this morning, as you can see by the colouring around me. My car's reading -1, but definitely dipped lower than that during the night. But then it is 9 o'clock. I wasn't going to leave my Hayes.mpg bed for too long, but the hunger pangs are here, and the tea is on, and breakfast is about to happen, Cookin and Carpin style. I'm just going to light the gas and get the sausages on, because that's the first thing we need to put on, because they take the longest to cook. Okay, sausages first. I just buy these ordinary sausages from the supermarket because they cook nice and quick and they're small. As I say, they take the longest, so they're going to go on first. Elvie knows all about these sausages, we always allow some for him. There we go, it's just a question of now of waiting 10 minutes or so before we get the rest of it on, and the rest of it's all going to happen pretty much at once. Okay, I've just got an a baked potato that we had left from our supper the other night. It's all cooked, just been refrigerated. I'm just going to slice that. Quite chunky because I haven't got loads of room in the pan, so I don't want too many slices. And then I'm simply just going to fry that in the pan until they're golden, which won't take very long because obviously it's cooked. Oops. Wait for the pan to get hot and then we'll put that in. I also have these tomatoes, which I'm just going to cut in half. Probably one is going to be enough with everything else that we've got this morning. So just put those on the side with the potatoes. There we go, just a question of waiting again now. Okay, as you can see now, the sausages are done. They're in their skins, and to be honest, in this temperature, they're still going to keep warm for quite a while, and I need that pan to get the other things in. So what I tend to do is just put them in a little bowl, and if necessary, if they do drop below, you know, a pleasant eating temperature, we can always just, you know, put them in the pan again for a minute. So I just tend to sit those on the side, out of Elvie's reach. And then we can go on and cook our next thing. Over here in this pan I've got some of my homemade baked beans that we serve at the cafe. So they've literally been frozen, and I'm just going to warm those up. We make those, and as I say, we serve these as standard with our breakfast at the cafe. Much nicer than the tin variety. We make those with flageoli beans and borlotti beans and haricot beans. As you can see, nice chunky baked beans, proper man-sized ones. So the next thing is we're going to put those onto heat. As you can see now, my potatoes are steaming, as am I. Tomatoes, I'm just going to flip over now. Have a look and see if the potatoes are starting to brown. Look, that one isn't. That one is. Starting to. In here, look, we have the baked beans. Looks so much nicer than sort of tin baked beans. And as I say, we serve these at my cafe. My cafe's at Hayes.mpg near Stomach's Newton, time after time. That's time the herb after time the clock. So you can find us there. You're welcome any time to join us for breakfast. We serve that on toast with poached eggs. We do all different things, but you can have it as your standard full English breakfast if you want it as well. But we try and always be a bit different, and we make everything at the cafe ourselves.
Elvie really wants to sit down for a sausage, but he don't want to put his bum on that cold ground. Oh, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold.
Hungry. Okay, I've just got ordinary mushrooms. These are chestnut ones because I happen to prefer these. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know I do. I'm just going to put them in the pan. I'm just going to cook them in the fat that the sausages were cooking in. There's a little bit of compost there. I don't really want that. I'm just going to allow 4 each. They do shrink back quite a bit. And then when they're soft, I'm going to put them in with the baked beans. We've got 3, 6, 7, 8 there. That's fine. We'll just pan fry those for a minute. They're going to go in there, and then that frees up that pan for me to cook the bacon in a minute. Right, as you can see, my mushrooms have cooked. I left them whole, as you can see. I'm just going to drop those into the beans now. This is more a practical thing than anything else, but they do take on the flavour of the bean sauce. And then the next thing we'll be cooking in here is the bacon. That's getting exciting now when the bacon's going on. We're getting close. There we go. So we're just going to allow a couple of rashers each. There we go. Potatoes are still doing their thing there. Tomatoes are cooking. Just stir those mushrooms into the sauce. And to be honest, if you only had one burner, I have been known to poach an egg in the beans. So if you would just crack it into the middle, put a lid on it, that egg will just set and you've got like a one pan thing going on. There's plenty of ways around it. We're just living it up a bit today, really. It's looking good. Okay, I've got some black pudding here. Steve's not much of a partaker in black pudding, but for me it absolutely makes the breakfast. Again, we serve this in the cafe. You know, it's an optional thing. If you don't like it, you don't have to have it, but it's there if you want it, and I do. So I'm just going to cook that. That just needs pan frying on either side till it's done. Just a question of finishing everything off now.
I'll be back looking for these sausages.
He knows it's getting close. Elvie knows the score. Why does food smell so good outside? Sun's come out now. What time is it? 9:15. It's so much warmer with the sun out. Makes you feel so different. Right, potatoes, tomatoes, baked beans, mushrooms, bacon's now ready. Literally just for convenience sake, I'm just going to sit that on top of the beans. When I heat it up, it'll steam up. This is where I get insatiably naughty and break all the rules. We only do it when we're fishing. So I get some bread and I'm literally going to fry this bread in the fat that the bacon and sausage is cooked in. Breaks all the naughty rules, this does. But it really takes on all the flavour from the bacon and the sausages. And it's just very delicious. I've got that brilliant extra thick bread as well. I'm literally just going to cut it in half. And put that in there. That'll just soak all that up and fry it. Make it really soft and very delicious and probably very unhealthy, but got to let live sometimes. And they say never trust a skinny chef. As you can see now, see how that fried bread's nice and crispy, and because it's this extra thick bread, it's going to be really soft in the middle. And Steve and I both like fried bread soft in the middle. If you have the bread too thin, it cooks ever so quickly. The whole thing goes crispy and you can kind of snap it. That's not the best thing about fried bread. Right, if I stack these potatoes and tomatoes up now, because they're all hot from the pan, I'm just going to tip all but 2 sausages because they belong to the dog, and he really doesn't care if he has them hot. In fact, he complains bitterly if I serve them hot to him. And then everything's coming together. Here we go. So there's only one thing missing. You know what it is? Oh, the eggs. Come on, Steve, wake up. Eggs, free-range eggs. What else would I serve? From a local lady that I buy them from. Let's try here. A couple of eggs. Anyone want to join us? Oh. Here we go, we're going to start serving up. We have our fried bread, we have our potatoes, we have our sausages. So I hope Steve's worked up an appetite here. Get the tomatoes. Whoops. We have black pudding. Just going to turn these eggs off. We have bacon. I'm going to lift out these eggs. I might just flip those over for a second. So we both like them a little more well done than that. So a second like that. We have our baked beans, our homemade baked beans with the mushrooms in. And now our eggs. Look at that, perfect. And so for all you Cookin and Carpin fans who've been asking me for cooked breakfast, this is how we do it. So now you know, no excuses. I expect to see this by the bank every time I'm fishing. By everybody. I'm going to enjoy this. Will we?
Right, breakfast is done. Stood around chatting. Margot's into the first fish of the session. Keep the rod up though. Keep it higher. Come up in the water. Wine. Too slow. Yeah, we have a fish. Fat belly fish.
Oh what? Fat belly?
Fat belly fish.
Oh, I've got to pick that up.
Hmm?
Oh, that's a drawback now. I've got to pick that up. Hang on.
Margot's going to be very pleased with you. Nailed it.
Very cold hands for the rest of the day, I think.
You love it when your rigs work like they're supposed to.
No? What is it?
12.8.
No, that was your first guess, look.
It's a fish.
Yeah. That's what matters at the end
What
of
a
the day.
guess. There you go. Yeah, I like.
I don't think that'll
So
make
when
any
you don't
difference.
kill it when a great big ice particle
Don't think
comes
that'll
up.
make any difference. Hang on, let's just rinse it off. Right, you've got to hold it up then.
This has come right out of the blue. 12.5 Heat is absolutely freezing on my fingers. But it's my 1st January 2012 fish. Cookin and Carpin. There you go, buddy. You've made my day.
Well, the sun that promised to come out and keep us warm all day really hasn't happened. It's been bitterly cold. The only carp that's graced our nets today was Margot's. And just to rub salt in the wounds, she just had a run on a pike rod and had a little pike as well. Another blank for me. Time to pack up and go home now. Oh well, as always next time.
Maybe we would.
Hmm?
So maybe we would. Just let.
Well, no, hang on. Let me get out of the way and then.
Right, focus me in again.
What? I'm right on your boobies. Nothing else, just your boobies.
Hey, hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up for me?